Yo, what's going on, guys? I don't know if you've seen, but Warthog, the coin that you mine with both GPUs and CPUs, has been sort of skyrocketing the last few days. So today in this video, I'm gonna be repurposing my CPU rig and turning it into a Warthog rig. Now there's a few things I need to do to get this rig prepared to mine Warthog, and we're gonna do that first. Then I'm gonna show you how to set up your flight sheet, how to mine it to Herominers. So let's get into it. All right, guys, as a reminder, this is what the CPU mining rig looks like currently. It's got a Ryzen 3600 underneath that cooler, and then it's being powered by a 500 watt bronze PSU. So what we're gonna be changing here, we're gonna switch that out to 1000 watt, throwing on a 3080 GPU, and I have one extra 3080 on this rig down here. I'll have to figure out which one it is, but we're gonna get those plugged up, and then we'll have enough power with a 1000 watt power supply to run both my 3080 and my Ryzen 3600 on Warthog, and then we will get mining. All right, we got our supplies. We're gonna be using a 1250 watt gold Cegotep PSU. This is definitely way overkill. And then we pulled our 3080 out of the mining rig down below, and that is already back mining, so that's good. So my one question is, will I be able to plug this GPU into this slot and leave it on this stand? If not, I may just have to leave this rig flat, but I'm gonna go switch those out. All right, guys, we got all the hardware swapped and it looks like everything is working good. So before we learn how to mine Warthog, quick little how-to. You need to make sure that your GPU is plugged into the actual X16 slots on your motherboard. Risers are not really gonna work. You need your GPUs to either be running X16 or X8. If you have a motherboard that has 2 long slots, you can plug 2 GPUs in, but anything over 2, you're gonna see diminished returns. But the main thing is you just wanna be running at as high of a gen as possible. You don't wanna run these on Gen 1, and you need to have them in the large slots. Risers are not gonna work. So this is more of like workstation AI rig type builds instead of like GPU mining rig type builds. So, all right, let's go onto the computer and figure out how to mine Warthog on Hiveos. I've got pulled up on screen right here the Warthog price, and this is why Warthog is kind of back in the news. This coin came out, I think, around March of 2024, but you can see over the year period, it's been kind of on a downtrend, but just recently, we're starting to get some serious price spikes. So we went all the way up to 35 cents, and we're currently sitting at 32 cents with an all-time high around the $1.2 mark. Easily room for another 4x, hopefully this bull run, and potentially much more. So that's why I'm going to start mining this coin and holding it to hopefully get some serious price appreciation. So just like any other coin that you want to mine on Hiveos, you need 3 things. You need a wallet, you need a pool to mine to, and then you need to set your flight sheet that configures all that stuff together. In today's video, we're going to be mining to TradeOgre, which I know is not a wallet, but if you do want to mine to an actual wallet, go to the Warthog page, get started, and they have a couple different wallet options here. Now, the reason I mine to TradeOgre is I have never had any issues mining to an exchange, and it's just easier for me with how many coins pop up. It's much easier for me to just always mine to an exchange instead of having to track 50 different wallets. So obviously coins that I have large bags of, I do get wallets for those, but in this case, super quick, just go to TradeOgre, go to deposit, and then you're going to select which coin, and you want to get Warthog here, and this is going to give you your Warthog address. So let's go into Hiveos. You can see that the hog rig is set up here, and if we go into there, you can see we've got our 3080. It's still mining Zephyr to Herominers right now, but we're going to change that. So to add our wallet in, we want to go to the wallets page here, add wallet, and then we're going to type in Warthog here as well. Paste in our wallet address, and then name this Warthog TradeOgre, and then we'll save as a global wallet and create. And now Hiveos has our Warthog wallet saved. Now the next step is we need to create our flight sheet. So we'll go into flight sheets here and add a new flight sheet, and we're gonna create a Warthog flight sheet. We're gonna select our wallet we just made. And then for the pool, we're gonna do configure in miner, and then we're gonna select BZ miner to mine Warthog. And the most important thing here is we need to go to setup miner config. And right here, we're going to put Warthog as our algorithm. Our wallet, we're going to just hit this little I here and click wallet right here. This is gonna pull our wallet information from Hiveos that we entered into our flight sheet already. The worker name is just gonna be worker name. And then for the pool URL, this is where we need to actually navigate to the Herominers website. That's what the pool we're gonna be mining to today. And they're also the sponsor of this video. And you're going to select the pool from this list right here that is closest to you. So in my case, I'm in the east, so I'm going to select this US2 Herominers pool. So you just want to copy that, and then you're going to paste it directly into the pool URL here. And then from there, you should be good to go. Just hit apply changes and name your flight sheet. So this is Warthog 3080, create flight sheet. And you can see it's popped up right here. So now we'll navigate back to our worker, and I'm gonna go ahead and put a star on that guy. And then we'll go to flight sheet and select our new flight sheet right here. We just need to hit this rocket ship and it's going to apply. So I'll check back in a second and we'll watch the miner screen and make sure we're not getting any errors or anything. But other than that, that's how you're gonna mine it. So shortly I'll go over the profitability. Is this worth doing instead of CPU mining Zephyr and mining a Leo on my 3080? Let's see if Warthog is more profitable for those components, and based on the price action, it looks like it is. Okay, so it looks like it's starting up right here. Now, if you want to look at it more detailed, you can go to remote access and do Hive shell start, and then click on this Hive shell right here. And that's going to take you to basically the miner screen where you can type in miner and actually go into the miner here. And we can see that we do have some uptime here. So the miner is running. Now we just need to wait till we get shares, and actually if you look at accepted right here, we have already gotten 2 shares. So one thing that you do not want to forget to do is to underclock your GPUs. So I've just got standard core clock algorithm settings in here for basically all of the 30 series cards. You want to use similar overclocks to like Carlson, the old one when it was a core algorithm, or Pyron, where you basically are just setting a lock core clock, a core clock offset, and locking the memory clock at about 5001. So these are the overclocks that I'm using for my 3080. Let's go ahead and refresh this page and see if we're getting some Janus hash rate, and it looks like we are. Okay, so what's the next step? You've actually got it mining Warthog, and especially if you're mining to an exchange, I found that you're not gonna have issues as long as you're only getting 1 payout a day, maybe 2, but you definitely wanna make sure that you're not getting like 30 payouts a day, because that is where an exchange actually could take offense to you mining directly to an exchange. So in this case, to do that, you need to go to Herominers and set your payout options. So if we go to our flight sheet, there's a handy place to just copy our wallet address again right here. And we're gonna go back to Herominers and search up our address. So I'm on warthog.herominers.com. And if we put our payout address in here and look up, we should start seeing our miner in here. So we can see miner hash rate. We're at 25 mega hash right now, but that's obviously going to climb because the miner is saying that we're at 291. One of the great things about Herominers is it has this little estimated mining profit calculator in here so that you don't actually have to wait 24 hours to see what you're going to earn. You can just immediately type in 291 mega hash. And I can see that this is going to be a daily payout of about 80 cents. So 79 cents a day, how does that compare to if I was just mining on my 3080 and mining on my CPU rig? So for just my CPU, I was only making 11 cents a day in Zephyr. And for my 3080, I'm making about 62 cents a day according to hashrate.no. So basically 73 cents. Warthog is going to grant me 79 cents. So it is about 10% more profitable to mine with those two components on Warthog than it is to mine them separately on different coins. So that's why I'm jumping into Warthog. That's not a big of a difference as I wanted to see, but you can see the hash rate in miners have climbed significantly, but hopefully that also leads to a significant increase in price. Another reason is I've already mined a large bag of Zephyr, so I'm trying to diversify. Like you guys know, I want a bag of about $100 on multiple different coins, Warthog being the next one. So like I mentioned, we need to set our minimum payout value on Herominers, and we can see based on our hash rate, we're going to be getting paid about 2.44 Warthog per day. So to change our payout settings, you're just going to go into this icon right here. I'm going to blur this out, but my IP address is right here. You have to type that in to actually set the settings. That way you guys can't just set my settings. You actually have to know your internal IP to do that. And then right here, you set your minimum payout. So I'm going to set this to 2.2, slightly below what I'm making per day to ensure that I'm basically getting one payout a day and therefore not going to make Trade Ogre mad that I'm mining to the exchange. So that's how to do it, guys. Let me know, are you going to set up a Warthog rig? I'll have lists for parts down below for all of the components that I used in my Warthog build. Now keep in mind, this Warthog hash rate is very dependent on the CPU that you're using. I believe more so than the GPU. So that's why even though I'm using a 3080, I'm only getting about 300 mega hash because I'm using a somewhat weak CPU in a Ryzen 3600. I really need to branch out and get some higher powered CPUs like a 5900 or 3900 to really bump my Warthog hash rate up. But if you already have those CPUs, then this is probably a good option to check out. So I'll see you guys next time. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you next time.